Okay. All right. Well, hello everyone. My name is Sylvain Paslier, and this is my living room. Um, we just had so much fun yesterday and today. I'm assuming most of you are tuning in because you were intending to go to Pantasia. And unfortunately, due to COVID-19, our beloved handpan gathering had to be canceled. But even though we cannot physically meet together, we can get together virtually. And it's pretty remarkable to witness the leadership of Stephen Morris, the event organizer, who kept our spirits up and who channeled all that passion and that creativity and that excitement towards a digital handpan gathering. So yesterday all day and then today all day there's been performances and workshops, and so this is my contribution for the next hour. It's been it's been really fun. I was just watching Peter Levitov, and we just had a lot of fun in the comments. A lot of emojis going on. But obviously this is new for many of us, right? We're not used to this new means of spending time together. I guess, yeah, I'll be playing some music for you. I'll share a few thoughts in just a moment. Just have fun. If you have a TV and you want to cast that on your TV, or if you're watching on your laptop, I'm live streaming it from my laptop, so the video is on a landscape mode. But if you want to view it in full screen, you can tilt your phone 90 degrees and you'll get that. But make sure to check out the comments, and you guys can have fun with it. I'll try to keep an eye on the comments. I don't know if this will work. I know that there's a delay from what I can see and what I'm doing right now. So I'll do my best to keep up. Okay, we're going to start with some audience participation. I'm going to show you 3 spin tops, and in the comments you have to vote which spin top you want me to spin. So we have a blue spin top, we have a red spin top, and we have a gray spin top. So in the comments you can write red, blue, or gray. Let me show them to you. Red, blue, or gray. And by now you're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. Okay, Kimberly, red. Thank you for your vote. Blue, Debbie. Your set was awesome, Debbie. Jared, red. Daniel, blue. Good work on the emojis, Daniel. Red. Julia. Julia, how's it going? Mary Mosley, blue. Mark D'Ambrosio, red. Oh, blue, you guys, too many votes. The gray's not getting any votes. Jill, my wife who's upstairs, says red. Jill, you gotta come down. Blue, gray, okay. Aude, gray. All right, thank you for the votes. This is just to get us started. Here's a reason why I'm holding spin tops. This is a hong, a pen art hong, and I discovered this instrument in the year 2005 through my cousin, David Charrier. And in 2008, I had a chance to go visit Felix and Sabina. And I got an insight into these great minds that would come up with this instrument that we love. And among many different memories that I will never forget was at the dinner table, before we shared a meal, they just presented a spin top to me and said, "Here, spin the top." And so I had never been asked to do that before a meal, and I came to understand that this was a way, as some people would pray before a meal, this was a way for them to center, to pause, and it was also a little bit more poetic than just setting a timer for 30 seconds. Um, and so before I start playing some music, I'm going to take this opportunity to center and pause. Peter Levitov talked about breathing. Um, so I don't know which spin top got the most votes, but I'm going to go with the red one. And this will last however long it will last, depending on how good I am at spinning a top. And this is just a moment to quiet your mind, for me to quiet my mind, and then we'll get into some music. So here we go. Hey, Spiros from Greece. How are you, my friend? Bill Davies, my neighbor. We couldn't get together. Bill Davies played yesterday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time as part of this Pantasia digital handpan gathering. And this is a familiar scene where we've recorded a few videos here. And had Pantasia happened, we would have wanted to share a few collaborative pieces together. But not worth risking it, and we are here. Okay, so this next one is a little bit more emotional. something a little different. If you have headphones, this might sound better. Gonna take my ring off. Is the sound working out for you guys? I know there's a delay in the comments. Okay, Cabrina, thank you for the comment. Deb, your question, what scale? It was an Ursa Minor Halo 22 in C. Let's see. Gabriel, thank you for the great comment. Enjoyed your set last night. That was awesome. Jeremy D in Texas. Hey, man. Ray Ford. Hello, Ray and Laura. Josh Ryan, Colorado. Looking forward to Steel Mountain this year. I hope that the pandemic will be gone. Terrence, my man, how are you? I was impressed to hear your vocals on Tyler's set. That was awesome. The cool thing with this whole event is that every live session is recorded, so you can go and do playback, so you can watch it again. And there's just a lot of great stuff. Jeremy Harper, Northern Arizona, how are you? Man, miss you guys. I know this is really fun to be able to have a digital gathering, but we were supposed to spend the weekend together, and I just really miss you guys right now. Okay, a little bit of history. Most of you know, but Pan Art invented the Hong in 2000, and they, against what we could expect them to do, instead of increasing and ramping up their production, really the apex of the Hong were the first gens. There are more first gens that were made than possibly handpans in the world still to this date. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but they made a lot of them. They made much fewer second gens, and then they made very, very few integral Hongs, first free integral Hongs, to a select few elite people. Invite only. You had to go to Switzerland to go pick up your instrument. Imagine that. I mean, the instrument itself is a couple $1,000 plus a trip to Switzerland. And but then they made a move that surprised us all, which is they came up with a new instrument. They moved away from the Hong, which, you know, is a form derived from the steel pan that was proven. I mean, we love the concept, the design, and just the physics of this thing. It just makes sense. It resonates, pun intended. And then they created this thing, which is very bizarre. If the Hong looked like a UFO, this looks even more like a UFO. And this brought the Helmholtz to the forefront. I just find this very interesting to play. It's very different. So yeah, I'll play a little bit of Gubal for you. Since then, since 2013, when they announced this instrument was in production, they've now stopped making it, and they're making other things. But this is kind of cool. So here we go. that is the Gubal. I acquired this a few months ago, and it's been really interesting to explore the ring ding, which is the port placed on the top shell. Okay, so next I'm gonna play a few pieces of this instrument that I've had for 13 years, and but first I want to share a little illustration with you guys. So I came across a really cool illustration for the handpan. And I don't know that it's a perfect comparison, that it's a perfect analogy, but I feel like it makes a lot of sense. So ever since this was invented, players have felt limited, right? Because the hong and handpans are diatonic instruments. They only have a few notes within a specific musical scale, unlike chromatic instruments. Think all the white and black keys on a piano. And so naturally, there came the problem pretty quickly of, oh, I'm missing a C4, or I'm missing a B flat 3, or I'm missing a note, right? And so I just came across a little meditation that praises limits. And so here it is. And I'm quoting. I've heard it said that the most important part of a picture is the frame. The frame says, yes, there's a whole world out there. It's more than you and I can handle. So let's handle this right here. The edges of a canvas allow the artist to focus, to tend to his business. Artists have a reputation for dreaminess, expensiveness. But art starts with limitation. Art, like every other tangible good in the world, starts when you leave limitless potentiality behind and say, I could do a billion different things, but right now I'm going to do this one thing. So I thought this was a great illustration for this instrument, because when you put it on your lap, you are limited to the confines of this scale, right? But perhaps this instrument is, perhaps we love this instrument because of its limitations, in spite of them. So this is just a praise of limits. And right now, a lot of us feel limited because we can't go outside, we can't be physically together. But let's remember that maybe we can use those limitations. Okay. Kimberly says, I would love to see that poem. I can send it. Bill, great title for an album, This One Thing. You guys are awesome. Mike Piazza from New York. Mike, it's been a long time. Great comments. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your attention. That's your most valuable commodity. Okay, so this is that one thing for me. I had this instrument this was the only instrument that I had between 2007 and 2013, and I can tell you that I felt limited many times because it has a very specific scale, and I often wanted to have a completely different palette of sounds, if you will. But back then, these instruments were extremely rare, and you were really, really, really grateful to just have one. And I think what this forced me to do is to go deep, not to go wide. And so even to this day, this is my favorite instrument, and this is the one that I have the most explored. I think I have songs on this instrument at every possible angle where I'm rotating it. It's because I was stuck with it for a really long time. So, all right, let's play more music. Okay, there's another thought that I wanted to share. So in a time like this, where we're stuck at home and we're finding ourselves in front of computer screens more than normal, um, technology obviously is great. Like this is the example of it. But I came across an idea, a concept called focal practice. So this is really cool, and I think it's very applicable to the handpan. So let me read you the definition of focal practice. The term focal practice comes from philosopher Albert Borgman and refers to human activities that demand skill, patience, and attentiveness, and are worthwhile in themselves, not merely in what they produce. Examples of focal practice include tending a fire, preparing a meal, eating together at the dinner table, hiking, learning and playing a musical instrument, woodworking, meditation, gardening, or reading to our children. Such practices are burdensome, but their essence is engagement, not convenience. They're not accomplished instantly or effortlessly. They are commitments, not commodities. In focal practice, the means and the ends are united, and the human spirit is made whole. I just find that beautiful. And despite the health-related tragedies of COVID-19, and despite the economic impact that's having on many of us, I find that this is a time to cultivate focal practice. And one of the, you might see on my table here, my wife and I are working on a puzzle. This is a form of focal practice. You're not really doing it to be done with it. You're doing it, it's worthwhile in itself. And I just think the handpan is exactly that. The handpan is a form of focal practice. The means and the ends are united. It's so poetic. And really, if I had to use one term to describe this instrument, I would use the word poetic. The shape, the sounds, the history, the philosophy. So yeah, when you're playing handpan, you're cultivating focal practice, and that, I think, leaves you much more fulfilled than binge watching a show, although there's a time for that too. Especially right now, I would say right now is a really good time to turn to your favorite comedians, because man, we need laughter. And it's actually really, really, really good to hear Peter Levitov laugh as he does. And so yeah, a thought on focal practice. Music. very different flavor, this piece. It's almost dark. Classical, almost dark. Fun from time to time. Okay, so I think we are close to the time. 5 more minutes, so I'm going to play one last piece for you, and then I will turn this off. Again, thank you to Stephen Morris, who channeled all these artists and all this activity, all this great momentum into this 2-day digital event. Thank you to all the performers, all the teachers, all the workers. I look forward to jumping back on as soon as I'm done and come up with creative emojis to cheer everyone up. Let's see. So the next participants, you'll be able to go to the Pantasia 2020 Digital Handpan Gathering event page, and you will find their link in the description. So it should be starting in a few minutes. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll turn off right after the song. So thank you and goodbye. Thank you guys. Man, 1 hour of music. It's not easy to pull off, guys. Great job to everyone again. Thanks for tuning in, and let's enjoy the rest of the day together. All right, peace.